गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेव महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Today we are discussing on the Nyaya and Vigyanvadin views on relation. We are discussing on the worldview. Worldview is constructed. Worldview is constructed from the direct experience, or worldview is constructed from the traditions where we have born. The two sources of worldview. So, according to the Nyaya system, world is plural world. But the question is raised, what is the source of plurality of this world? It is said by the Indian philosophy that the plural world may be the source of one or many. One may be the source of this experienced world, or many source may be for this world. But many or one is becoming or appearing. What do you mean by the becoming? Becoming means, example, that milk is becoming a curd. Means the curd never be a milk again. But what is the meaning of appearing? Appearing means the gold is appearing as a ornaments. Ornaments may be gold again. So it is the difference between two, becoming and appearing. So world is becoming and world is also appearing. Buddhists believe the world is appearing only, and world is appearing as a dream. So now the question is, this plurality is coming from one source or many sources. So we have the four kind of option. Some philosophical systems are saying that source is one and manifestation in many. Some philosophical systems are saying that no, source is one but not manifested in many. Some are saying that the source is not one but manifestation in many. It is the standpoint of Nyaya-Vaisheshik system. And the Buddhist standpoint is that the source is not one and manifestation is not many. It is the standpoint of Buddhist. So Buddhists are telling that the plurality of the world is appearing only and appearing as a dream. So what do you mean by the dream? The Buddhists are telling, mainly in the Vigyanvadis are telling that the external world is nothing but a dream. I am dreaming means one elephant running behind me, running, sweating, and one time the dream has been broken. But there is no elephant at all after breaking the dream. That kind of appearance is the world. Dream means ignorance. Knowledge of elephant means the false knowledge, illusory knowledge. So that kind of world, that is the external world, in the empirical truth, in the empirical world. Now the question is, the already we have got the world view of many philosophical system, and that world, only for the world view the many philosophical system has been constituted as a distinct beautiful system of the Indian philosophical system. So now the question is that how can I get the knowledge of this world? If I talk about the empirical world, how can I get the knowledge? What is the process of knowledge system? Mainly the 6 kind of process has been considered in the Indian philosophical system. Nyaya considered the 4 kind of process: Pratyaksh, Anuman, Upaman and Shabda Praman, means perception, inference, similarities of knowledge and verbal understanding. But Buddhists considered the 2 kind of knowledge system, knowledge process, method, means perception and inference. Only the perception, only by the inference, we can get the all kind of knowledge of the empirical world. Now we are coming in the point number 5 about the relation. What kind of conditions given by the Nyaya for the relation? So primary conditions of the relations are, they said, for being a relation, at least 2 or more substance should be exist, or entity. Entity means padarth. Padarth means padasya arth, padarth. Means when I am uttering the water, so the referent of the water is the meaning of the water. That is called the padarth. Means I am telling, give me a glass of water. Once he bring a glass of water, how he is understanding the meaning of this word? He is getting the word from the referent of the meaning of this word. That reference is called the earth. So water meanings the referent of the word. So that kind of referent, that kind of entities or substance should be 2 or more. Then relations may be made, means relations will come. And then 2 kind of substance will be the different substance. Please suppose A and B is related, means there is a relation between A and B. So A should be the one entity and B should be the another entity, and A is not the B and B is not the A, so they are the different entity. Third point is, the 2 entities should be the closer. A is in India and B is in the England, so there is no possibility of the relation. So closeness is the another conditions of the relations. A and B should be the closer. Then we can establish the relation. According to the Nyaya-Vaisheshik system, they should be closer, but there should be the gap. A and B differently exist. Differently exist means there is a gap between A and B. There should be the gap between A and B. And the last and foremost important conditions of the relation is that time and space. Or means A and B should be exist in same time and same locus. If I say the book on the table, means a book and table has a relations, and they are in the same locus, and in the same time book and table are exist. So time and space is the very important here. In the same time and same locus should be for the making of relation. So under these conditions, we would try to understand what kind of relations has been prescribed by the Naivaisesic system. They have given the different and many types of relations. Mainly, we are taking here the three types of relation. One is contact between two substances. Please think, bird sat on the tree. Bird sits in the tree. Means bird is becoming the relations with tree. So there is a tree is one substance and bird is the another substance, and they have a relations between bird and tree. But we have to remember that according to the Naivaisesic system, the bird is not the relation and tree is not the relations. A relation is different from bird and also tree. So a relation is a separate entity. Relation has a separate entity. So this called the contact relations between two substances. But when the relations between quality and substance, this kind of relation is called the inherence relations. Inherent relations means, I am telling the blue pen. I cannot separate blue and pen. I cannot separate the blueness from the pen. So it is the inseparable relations. It is called the inherent relations. So inherent relations is possible only in the quality and substance, or substance with action. So it is called the inherent relations. All are telling about the Naivaisesic system. Now the another important relation is cause and effect relationship. Very recognized and popular relationship is cause and effect relationship. Generally, Theravadi Buddhist two schools are also consider the cause and effect relationship. But what about the Bigyan? We will discuss later on. But according to the Nyaya system, cause and effect relationship, like as the Tantu Patasya Karanam, means thread is the cause of cloth. Cloth is made by the threads. So, thread is the cause of cloths. So, thread is the cause of cloths, means a thread has come and constitute and assimilated the cloth. The Danda Ghatasya Karanam means I have broken the pot by the stick. So stick is the cause of Ghataha, means pot. Pitri Putra Bhava Samandha. Pita Putra Bhava Samandha means Pitrita and Putratva Samandha. It is considered, every relation is considered by the Naivaisesic system. So there is the relations between Pita and Putra, father and son. Guru Sishya Bhava Samandha. Pratijagi Anujogi Bhava Samandha. Pratijagi Anujogi means, in the case of Abhava, the Naivaisesic systems, the entity has been divided into two parts, Bhava and Abhava. So, six kind of the Bhava Padarthas and one is the Abhava Padarthas. When we are telling that Bhutalasya Ghata Nasti, means there is no pot on the ground. So there is the Abhava. So which is the Abhava? That is the Pratijogi. And where is the Abhava? That is Anujogi. This kind of relations are also considered by the Nyaya system. Means Abhava has also the relations when we are telling about the Ghata Nasti, Bhutale Ghata Nasti, like this. But what is the opinion of Viganbadin? Now we are coming in the discussion here. First of all, we have to see that the Viganbadin's worldview is the world is nothing but a dream. Means world is illusory knowledge. So why they are telling like this? Because first of all, as a padartha, how they are observing the padartha. The Buddhist Viganvadis are telling that padartha is a salakshana. Salakshana means padartha is a salakshana first, then padartha has no part, means padartha is nirans, no angs. Padartha is an atomic form. Padartha is a momentary. The four kind of lakshana has been given by the Buddhist Viganbadin about the padartha, means substance. Means substance is like that, every substance is distinct from other. Salakshana means every atomic form of padartha is functional, kriyakaritva, and salakshana means distinct from other. They are giving the example like this. If we take the seed of mango, we cannot get any fruits from mango seeds. We cannot any tree from mango seeds, because mango seed is distinct from other seeds. So every substance or padarth is an atomic form, and they are kriyakaritva yukta, and they are salakshana, and they have no angs, means no part. Nyaya system has considered part and whole, means thread and cloth. Thread is a part and cloth is a whole, but there is no concept about the part and whole. Avayavi, avayab and avayavi. In Buddhism, there is no concept of avayab and avayavi, means part and whole. And also they have considered that every padarth, every atomic form of the entities are momentary. Means in each and every moment they are flowing. They are flowing by the santati pravaha. They are flowing in the as a successor. So if this kind of atomic is considered in Buddhism, how can I say that there is the relation is possible? Because if I take this example, the bird and tree means two separate entity, and there is a contact. So Buddhists are telling that it is not possible, because if we say that bird sits on the tree, then bird is a separate and tree is the separate entities, but they are also the same locus and same time existence, but contact is not possible because their contact is not possible because relation is dependent. If we say that contact has been made here, so contact has been made by the bird as entity, by the tree as entity. So relation, when we are telling about the relation is a distinct entity, so how can I get this distinction of this entity? Because it is depends on the birds and tree. So it is dependent. So which is dependent, it is never with the distinct, it is never with the separate entity. It is not the independent. We will discuss later on very clearly And in this case, inherence relation, they are saying that blue pen means the blueness of the pen. Only we can perceive the blueness of the pen, means we perceive only the quality, not substance. So difference here, the process of knowledge system, in the process of perception, we only perceive the quality, not the substance. Whereas the knowing system are telling that we perceive the substance, not the quality. Another thing is that when we are telling that tantu patasya karanam, means tantu is a part and patasya means cloth is a whole. But there is no concept about the avayava vayavi. So how can I say it? Only we can say it that the thread assimilated in a cloth. So in the case of assimilation, there is no the questions of relations. So we will discuss later on or clearly. And another case is pitritva and putratva samandha. Here the Vigyanvadis are telling that if we consider the pita putra samandha, means we have considered the pitritva and putratva samandha. So when the pritritva has come, then the son or daughter has born. So when son has born, daughter has born, then pritritva has come. When putratva has come, where the pitritva is there. So all relations is dependent relations, not independent relations. So I cannot say that it is the distinct, means A and B is related with R, so R is the different from A and B. We cannot say like this. So later on we will discuss more. Same the Guru and Sishya and Pratyayogi and Anuyogi. So today we are going to finish here with saying that Nyaya are considering the many parameters of relations, but Vigyanvadis are denying all kind of relations. And in the next lecture we will see that how and why they are denying the relations. So today is finished here, because we have to see the main principle of Buddhism, that pratitya samutpada, the theory of dependent origination, the theory of momentariness, and according to that we will discuss later on. Today is enough. So thank you very much.